Hi, I'm Prasanna and welcome to my Booktube channel, Enchanting Tales. This is a channel where we talk about books that we love, books that we don't, and everything in between. Today we're going to talk about a conversation that I had with a dear friend of mine recently. So the friend I'm talking about is Aparna, and I've known her for many, many years. We used to be co-workers, and then we started working at different places, but we always stayed connected. And one of the things that we actually connected on was books, and we always keep on sharing, our love for books with each other, and keep on talking about all the interesting books that we've read, and so on and so forth. Um, so recently, when we were having a chat, incidentally, about this channel, is when we realized something that was kind of disturbing. We've realized that in recent times, both of us, we've been finding it very difficult to read books. Not because we don't like books anymore. I mean, my channel wouldn't exist otherwise. The thing is that today we are constantly bombarded by so much information all the time, and because we're constantly scrolling and our brains are addicted to short format content, that to actually hold our attention to read something that is long, something that has a lot of meaning, that requires reflection, is becoming more and more difficult as the days go on. So we decided we needed to do something about this, because to be very honest, it's becoming more and more difficult, right? Even when you're trying to read an article, for that matter, which is by no length, or by no stretch of imagination, even comparable to the length of a book. But even then, reading an entire article becomes difficult. And the kind of work we both do, although her work is very, very different from mine, it's imperative for us to read a lot. So we decided to do something interesting, and that's the project that I wanted to talk about today. So we realized that in this extremely fast-paced world of digital and social media and AI and whatnot, we wanted to take things a little slow. And also, when it comes to reading books, and especially Booktube, the other thing that I noticed was the fact that there is this constant need to read the latest, to stay with the trends, to do these book tags, to do book hauls, to really talk about, these are the 5 books that have come out this month, and this is what I'm reading, and have these, Pinterest goals of reading 100 books a week and or whatever, and so on and so forth. But that's not something that we wanted to do. What we really want to do over here is take it slow, go back, revisit certain books that we had read in our youth, and want to sort of reconnect with them again. And instantly, one such book that we thought about was 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Now, I've already put up one video which speaks about Gabo's latest novel that came out, but this is one book that I think is undoubtedly one of the greatest novels ever written. And both of us have read this book in the past, but both of us were clearly much younger when we read it. And to be very, very honest, when I first read it, I remember taking almost 2 months to be able to finish it. One of the key reasons for that is it's a very difficult book to read. It's not at all an easy book to read. Despite the fact that it's magical realism that I adore, and Gabo's writing is as good as poetry. But at the same time, there is a lot that goes on in this book, especially with the characters that have similar names. I mean, at one point there are 17 Aurelianos, if I'm not wrong. So there's a lot that goes on in it, and it's a big sweeping sort of a novel that follows one family's journey across 7 different generations. So it took a while to read. So we thought, why not try reading this book all over again now, at a time when we're finding it so difficult to slow read. So what we're doing is we're starting this book on the 15th of July, and we've given ourselves 1 month. And on 15th August, we want to finish reading this book, and we want to connect with each other after that and discuss what is it that we discovered that was new, not just about the books, but also about ourselves and our reading style and the things that we noticed and how we perceived things differently, perhaps. Because, as I said, it's been a really long time since I've read this book, and I don't remember a lot of it. So yeah, that is one of the things that we're going to do, and we're also going to be checking in on each other after every 100 pages that we complete, just to see that if we're keeping the right pace or not. So there is that accountability that's sort of built into this entire project. And what I'm also going to do is I'll probably give all you guys an update as well as to how this project is proceeding. I'm quite excited about it because, as I said, it's a book that I really adore. So I'm glad to be going back to it. And I'm doing this as an interesting challenge with a friend. So here's something for you guys. If any one of you is interested in joining in on this challenge, happy to have you in on it. It's always fun to have people who love to read books join in and read books together. So yeah, that's it for today. That's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you. Oh, and as usual, I almost forgot. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. And do let me know if you're in on the challenge. Bye.